Hey guys, welcome to my long-awaited third and final Christmas unboxing. That's right, about 2 weeks after Christmas, and now my third package has finally arrived. It is the Marble Genius Rail set, specifically the Super set, I think. I know there's an Extreme set, but I feel like this is good enough. Might as well just not overcompensate this time, but yeah, let's go ahead and open it. It actually has this different box design. You just flip this open, just like the Galt Marble Run packages, where you do the same thing. And what's this? Right away, we have some instruction manual I'm probably not going to read, because I already know how these rail pieces work, because I have already sort of used up. I have a Marbula set, which actually has these customizable rails, or like a few of them. What you're seeing on the screen right now is pretty much all I can make with them, so this is definitely a big upgrade from that. That's right, Marble Genius didn't originally make these rail pieces, but at least they made a much bigger set themed around them, so yeah, let's go ahead and see what we got. So in this bag we have quite a big variety of random rail pieces, as you can see here, and also the jump track I didn't realize was in the set until now. We have these connector pieces which connect to the edges of the rails, so I got quite a lot of them. And in this one we have all the spacers. Actually, these are like the entrance and exit spacers that lead into and out of the rail pieces. And we also have a loop. And then we still got quite a few bags. We have a bunch of marbles. 45, that's quite a lot. Not sure if I'll need that many completely white marbles, but whatever, I got them. And then we still have quite a few bags to go. This one has the bases and also the starting points and all of that stuff. And then we have not one but two split tracks and also more of those special entrance and exit spacers. This is the second to last bag. It's the swing piece, which, just like with every other swing piece, they don't come assembled. I already have a few of these, so I already know how to set it up, so I guess I'll just do that on camera, because all the tutorials I've seen for these things, they actually are set up wrong, so I'm gonna make sure to actually do it right. So, and this is the last bag. We have all the regular spacers and also these interesting rail pieces. And also, there's a drop-off piece, which is pretty rare. Anyways, that is all the bags. I'm gonna go ahead and open these and show you what all the sorted pieces look like. Alright, I have all the pieces sorted out, and there's quite a lot of them. So let's just go over all of them. So we have a ton of these entrance points, which basically lead into the customizable rail pieces. And these are the exit points. Before I got this set, I only had one, which is right here. But now I have like, I don't even know how many. That's like 30. Crazy. And we also have these connector pieces are what you actually connect the customizable rails to. Before that I had quite a few of them, but now I have a ton. And also these new pieces that I haven't had before are used to connect multiple rails together. Although interestingly, my old piece that was used to connect rails together actually looks like this. And they would hook up to the slots on the bottom of the rails, so that's actually what these hooks on the bottom of the rails are for. So kind of funny how Marble Genius, when they made this set, they didn't actually even remove those from the design, so that's interesting. But anyways, moving on from that, we have these half spacers. That's right, the customizable rail pieces. From my experience, you'll definitely need like half spacers, because before I got this set, the only way I really had half spacers is by using these pieces, which have this thing pointing out, because they're supposed to be used for the tipping bucket, which we'll set up later. Anyways, after that, we also have the regular spacers, which I'm sure you've seen before, and then we have the tipping bucket again, but of course it's still in the bag because I'm gonna set it up on camera. And we actually have this this grid here, which is actually supposed to be used to help you set up the pieces in the correct positions, but I don't think I need that. We also have these starting positions and baskets, which are mainly used for the jump tracks, but of course I have better options than that. And we also have the jump ramp, 2 split tracks, a loop-de-loop. We have these interesting rail pieces. I actually had this piece before, but it snapped in half, so I'm glad I have a replacement now. And funny enough, I'm actually halfway through with building the second track from the Tournament of Champions, so I guess for the rest of the track it'll use a lot of this set, so that'll be pretty cool. But anyways, after that we have some bases. Unlike every other Marble Genius set I've seen, this doesn't include any of the big 2 spacer tall bases that are really good, but oh well, I still have plenty of them anyways. And last but certainly not least, we have the customizable rails themselves, which we definitely have quite a big variety of them. As you can see here, you got this curve, you have this one, which is basically an actual ramp rather than just a completely straight track, and we have this really long one. By the way, for comparison, what you see in this container are all the customizable rail tracks that I previously had. As you can see, I literally only had a grand total of 6 pieces, and of course they came from a Marbulus set from back in like 2017. But oh boy, this is quite the upgrade, I gotta say. I'll definitely be able to make a lot of cool stuff with this. Oh yeah, and we also have the instruction manual, but let's face it, no one really reads these. I mean, maybe you do if you're a newcomer to making marble tracks, but honestly, I don't even really need this, so let's get that out of here. Anyways, and now I think it's about time I set up the swing. Alright, so now I'm gonna explain how to set up this swing, since there aren't any very accurate guides online or on YouTube about how to set this thing up. So since I just got another one, I guess we might as well do it on camera this time. And also, with the finished product, this is what it does. Except it normally lands into like a catcher, but of course I don't have one set up right now, but yeah, anyways, let's just get to it. And as you can see, we have all the parts in the bag. So first of all, you want to get out, let's just dump out all the pieces. You want to get these 2 half spacers that have the pointed things on them, and you want to put them together, except have one facing away from the other, because you only need the one on the bottom. So, and then after that, you want to get this thing. Well, I guess I'll just put the spacers down for now. And what you want to do is you basically want to get your swing, which, as you can see, we just slide it through this hole. Do it this side. I think this is where people mess up. They'll put it on this side, which allows the swing to slide around a bit and be less accurate, which I've made that mistake before. I used to set it up wrong, but now I set it up correctly. But anyways, you want to put that in there so the hole's facing like this, and to make the swing stay in here, we have to put this into the hole so it's like that. But as you can see, it won't stay up, it keeps falling down. So that's why you have these weights, which basically you attach this small one to the back of it like this, and then you want to get the big one, which actually has a sound. I think on this one both of them make sound, but whatever, it doesn't matter. You want to get this one and attach it to the bottom just like this. And now all you have to do is connect this to the spacer and you're almost done. Now all you gotta do is take the entryway spacer and put it on like this and make sure that it's pointed correctly so that the marble will actually go into the swing and not like away from it. And this is pretty much done, but one thing I like to add is add this piece. As you can see, I have that set up there so that the marble doesn't bounce off this little peg thing. I mean, this thing, it's kind of hard to get it into view, but you attach this here, and yeah, now it's 100% fully set up. I guess I'll just remove this one. So accidentally broke some of it, but whatever, I can put it back together. But I'm just gonna show you how this works. As you can see, we now have the swing fully set up. So yeah, pretty cool. And yeah, it works for multiple marbles too, so very useful. So yeah, that's how you set up the swing correctly. And now I think I should probably build a few examples of what we can make with the customizable rails. Alright, so here's an example of what you can make with the set. This track uses at least one of every customizable rail piece, except for this shorter one because it's not new to me. I already have it, and because it's much shorter than the other pieces, it's hard to incorporate into this, but hey, at least we have the bigger, more interesting pieces set up. But anyways, this is what you can make with the set. So far, this is like the only complaint I have with the set, is that most marbles aren't fast enough to get through this turn, which is why I have this extra support thing here, which doesn't really help all that much, but everything else in the set works perfectly. And of course, I could still make things that are a lot bigger than this. I have a ton of extra pieces, but I just wanted to make a quick example of what you can make with this truck. And yeah, with this set in combination with what I already have, this is gonna make for some really interesting courses, so hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. So anyways, maybe I should get to my overall thoughts on this set. Overall, this is actually surprisingly positive. I was a little bit concerned about the rails being too hard to set up, but it actually wasn't all that bad. I did have to do some adjusting as well as incorporating the half spacers just to make sure that everything works well, but overall I really like this set, and I'll definitely be using these rails a lot in my future marble runs. Now, despite how this video might just look like an advertisement for this set at this point, because I haven't really said much negative about it other than this piece kind of sucking, but I do still have some complaints about this set. Aside from what I already mentioned, another complaint that I forgot to mention is that it's a little bit confusing to tell which piece is which, specifically the entrance spacers and the exit spacers, because they're colored exactly the same, this clear black color, which overall I'm not a big fan of the set's color scheme. It's all just green and black, looks really boring, and I mean I wouldn't really mind it if these were colored differently, because sometimes I'll have to like look from a top-down perspective to even tell them apart. But as you can see, they're different. This one has a hole in the bottom and this one doesn't, but like from the side you can't even really tell that they're different. So if I had these scattered all in one big pile, it would be kind of hard to figure out which is which. Previously with these pieces I didn't have this problem because they were actually colored differently, where most of my entrance pieces are colored blue and my only exit piece is colored green, but now these are different. But the other complaint I have with this set, although I don't really mind this at all because I already have a ton of other big bases I can use that are compatible with the set, is that new people who get this set and don't like have any other sets are gonna find that it's very like wobbly and flimsy, because no big bases are included with this set. In case you're wondering what I'm talking about, oops, we have like there's none of these that are included in the set. This is also a Marble Genius base, and it's really stable, and the set is honestly desperately needing these things. Oh yeah, and also the 3 spacer tall ones would be pretty good too. And look, these are light green, they match the color scheme. Like, really, Marble Genius, you're just gonna give us these tiny ineffective ones? This could definitely be easily knocked over. Luckily when I bumped into it that didn't happen, but other than that, though, the set is pretty good. One thing I didn't use in this track is these pieces, which can actually be used to connect multiple track pieces together, so that's really cool. And now that I think about it, there's actually a funny experiment I want to do. There's all these really long rails, which are about 1 foot long, and with all these, I want to combine all of them and see how long of a track I can actually make with them. I'll be back in just a second. In the words of Steve Spengler, anything that is worth doing is worth overdoing, and that is why I've constructed a 6.5 foot long rail track. For comparison, I'm 5'7", so yeah, pretty long. Let's go ahead and test this. Dropped one. Oh my gosh. It kind of works, but some of the marbles actually fall off, but pretty funny experiment, to be honest. Let's see, there were like, I think 3 fell off, 2 if you're not including the marble that I dropped before they even got on the rail. Let's see. Come on, guys, make it. No, why did they... Is it because of... Oh, there's like a bump here. I tried to use this funnel as a support beam, but yeah, maybe that was a bad idea, but whatever. That is the experiment over and done with. And yeah, Marble Genius should totally hire me, because I can come up with insanely stupid ideas like this. But yeah, it would be kind of funny if they like advertised this set by using a setup like this. But anyways, that is pretty much my third and final Christmas unboxing over and done with. I would definitely recommend this set if you already have other sets, because if you just get this alone, then you're gonna get a pretty flimsy set, and you'll probably have a pretty hard time, because it is a bit more complicated than other Marble Run sets by Marble Genius, because it has like half spacers and stuff like that. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the Season 5 Tournament of Champions.